All right, welcome back. So let's break down this fight. Again, in the spirit of September 16, Mexican Independence Day. I'm glad there's a lot of Mexican fighters out there. And we got one potential all Mexican fight, which would be, or at least they call one guy the Mexican Killer, right? Or the Mexican Monster, I'm sorry, in David Benavidez. And the other one, of course, being Canelo Alvarez. But, some people are saying that David Benavidez is draining himself to make the 168-pound weight limit, that he should be moving up to 175, and that he should be fighting people like Bivol. And, I do agree that in his last fight against Plant, he did look drained. But let me tell you something about that. The one that suffers when you have to, weigh yourself down, cut weight like that, is the fighter who's doing that, right? So if a fighter has to do that, he's hurting himself. He's hurting his health. He's hurting his ability to put on a good fight. And usually it shows in the fight. I mean, they usually don't last very long. They're not able to throw hard punches. They're not able to have good endurance, good stamina. It usually shows late in the fight. After 8, 9, 10 rounds, they're kind of depleted already. And I didn't see that from David Benavidez at all against Plant. I mean, if anything, as the fight went along, he was getting stronger and stronger. So if David Benavidez is taking extreme measures to cut weight to make the 168, he's showing it. I guess he looks depleted, but it's not coming up, or it's not showing up in the ring. So that catches up with you at some point. But let me tell you this, some people at some point in Canelo's career were saying the same thing about Canelo, right? That he was, taking extreme measures to cut weight just to make certain weight limits. Eventually he moved up. So it's all part of a strategy. It's all part of a plan that people have for the fighters. They'll fight at that weight class if they can make the weight, and they'll try to make their mark there before they move up. Usually they try to win some world titles and then move up, and then try to win some more world titles at that next weight class. So Benavidez, he's trying to get the fight with Canelo. He's in the meantime, he's fighting good fighters, Plant, and hopefully he fights Andrade and can force that fight. If not, there's a David Morrell there still out there. There's a couple of good fighters out there that he can still fight, keep his name going, and eventually move up. I know some people are saying that he's as big as or bigger than Bivol. I don't think that's the case, but it may be. And then just touching on Bivol, touching on that subject, I think that David Benavidez has a good chance against Bivol. And again, it's because of the rawness, his rawness. I mean, he's very aggressive. He has a lot to learn still. He could implement stiffer jabs, better jabs, and then come back with his right cross, and then get real busy in the inside, throw those punches in bunches, and do what he does, right? So I still think he's a raw fighter, and he's doing whatever it takes to win, and he's trying to make good fights. So whether he's cutting or taking extreme measures and whatever to hit the 168, the only one that suffers is him. So hopefully it's not that he'll learn the hard way by getting knocked out or losing a fight because of that, which I don't think that's going to happen. Every great fighter, every good fighter who has tried to, fight for legacy has gone through that criticism. And I say, let's all stop talking about it. And I know I'm talking about it right now, but, put that matter to sleep already. It is what it is. Let's put the fights on. We should be focusing on getting all these good fighters to fight each other, give the fight fans what they want, and they want good quality fighters, championship fighters to fight championship fighters, or at least prospects to fight prospects. That's what we want, We don't want one guy being billed for 5-6 years who hasn't fought anybody quality. We want to see quality fighters versus quality fighters, and we want to really see what they got. I mean, they're making, hopefully they make good money and they deserve it. Let them earn their money. If they get good quality fights, they earn those good quality fights. So win or lose, at least they make their money, and they may make more money and have better good fights. So let's stop talking about all these excuses. And remember, Canelo was also criticized for depleting himself to stay at certain weight classes. So if that's what David Benavidez is doing, it's going to catch up with him. If it's not, then God bless him. I mean, he puts on a show. So let's hope that he continues to do that. And hopefully this fight with Andrade is in November. Hopefully he can do good there. Hopefully it's a good fight for both guys. And let's move forward. So let's see good fighters versus good fighters, champions versus champions. Again, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to recommend my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. God bless you. Take care.